Welcome everyone to the Nerd Nook. I'm your host, MT, who like always is Noah Bailey. So, today we will be doing our fall fantasy box office draft. Now, as you can see from my screen, I am currently winning.
It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game.
um,
It was in fact not anyone's game.
we were doing pretty even for a while, and then some movies we'll talk about just a second came. But yeah, I'm currently in the lead at $2.91 billion, and Noah is at 550 million. So not too far behind.
It's fine. It's fine. Anything
So,
could happen.
so let's just do like a quick recap of the movies we picked for this past season. Starting off with yours, which I remember thinking like when we did the summer draft, I remember thinking that like a lot of the ones you picked, like I thought most of them were gonna be like at least moderate hits.
Hit or miss, and they were mostly miss.
Like anime movies can kind of sometimes get pretty big. I know
Yeah.
the slime anime isn't the biggest ever, but on a 5 million
Yeah.
budget, you would hope for
Yeah.
some, but not really.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I picked the wrong one because the Gundam movie came out and it made like 10 million or so. You know what I mean? Like just
Right.
not that I was expecting a lot, but it was like, dang, couldn't even win on the small hits.
Right.
Like, when the scratch offs ain't hitting, it's just not your day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of, Mandalorian and Grogu definitely did not do what we thought it was going to do.
I mean, I get it though. Like this was definitely one of those, flip or flop things because it was like, while yes, it's a Star Wars movie in May to kick off the summer kind of. It's also The Mandalorian, like 4 years too late after the hype is down.
Yep.
So it's like it's really hit or miss, and yeah, it was pretty miss. I mean, hype was not at 19 when we picked it. I'll tell you that right now.
I think it was at least in the 60s. It was more.
I think it was like mid 60s. I want to say like 65 or so. But yeah, it's clearly the audiences did not agree with the initial numbers.
Yeah, and I think in hindsight, part of the problem is the fact that like it being called Mandalorian and Grogu when I guarantee the vast majority of casual viewers just know him as Baby Yoda. They don't know what a Grogu is.
Fair enough. Like, yeah, I mean, it's hard because I think at the end of the day, like, it was too late. Like, if this movie was a few years earlier, it probably would have done amazing. Yeah. But, it's one of those things where it's like, well, it doesn't matter now. It's like, it's over. But
have you even seen
it? Is what it is. No. I couldn't deal with my shame.
I guess I recommended it at some point, but also your extra $25 wasn't gonna break it.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's like I'm the reason.
Yeah. The Digital Circus movie, on a $1 million budget, made 36.
Yeah. So. See, like that's what I'm talking about. That's what a $1 million budget movie should make.
Yeah.
Not $300 million out of flipping nowhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Scary Movie for you. This is actually your alternate. Actually would have been like a decent profit, under 56 million. Depending on how things go, we might be able to finagle it so that like we just let you have that one.
Doesn't really
matter. The Toy Story 5. This was listen, Mario are the things that are saving you.
Literally, saving being kind of subjective, but
relatively. 250 million budget, which is weirdly standard for Pixar movies. Like I know they look good, but I don't know. It's just weird just how much money goes into those movies.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean $1.095 billion. So I think it's slightly more profitable than 4. feel like
And the
4 like
second one was
just
worth it.
barely hit a billion. This was just
Yeah,
a little more.
which is like, still insane,
Yeah.
But I mean, I did see this movie. This movie I thought was great. Like,
Okay. Yeah, I
I
missed
totally
it.
get it. Like, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, because I hadn't even seen 4 before this came out, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna watch 5, I gotta go see 4. So I
Mm,
watched 4 on Disney Plus, and immediately went to go see 5 on theaters,
mm.
and it was really good, man. It held. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, did it need to happen? Absolutely not. But it did a great job for what it was, and I was like,
Okay.
wow, okay,
Nice.
it justified its existence in a way.
Good. Very good. Because even now, I would definitely argue that 4 kind of still doesn't. I don't really get it, but yeah, whatever. Speaking of movies that don't justify their existence, Moana.
Well,
uh, somebody was confident enough in this movie to pump $250 million into the production of this movie. No one
I
asked
mean,
for.
mind you, I'm sure half of that's probably just for Dwayne Johnson, who didn't really need to be in this movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is one of those where it's like, I don't feel bad about picking this,
No.
because this could have, like, again, I go back to, granted, Lilo and Stitch is a much older movie than the original Moana is.
Hmm.
That Lilo and Stitch made $1 billion and should not have, in
Yep,
my
sure
opinion.
did.
And I was like, you know what? People rag on these live action Disney movies, but gosh darn it, they make a mint. So, like, you know what? It was, in my mind, it was worth it for like a mid-round flyer. I thought it was like, you know what? This could make a lot of money. Yes, there's a big budget. Yes, there's controversial things about the lighting and why they're changing a character's hair who looks to make her less like the actual character in real
Yeah.
life, etc., etc. Slash Dwayne Johnson fatigue, which I'm just gonna start patenting. But also, in my mind, it was worth the risk. I didn't think it would be this far of a loss because you barely made your budget, but
Yeah, it at least
yeah,
made
I
his budget, unlike some other movies that we
barely.
didn't even pick, which I'm glad we didn't pick Supergirl. Which, like, I
True.
actually kind of like that movie, but probably for the best that we didn't
Yeah,
pick
it's
that.
like that one. I was like, I can't justify that one, because again, it's like, so don't get me wrong, like, I think the movie is solid, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think a lot of people weren't ready for, oh yeah, let's do the second movie in this universe, just be
Yeah,
Supergirl. Like that, that's a choice.
right.
And I think a lot of people just like, and I see the thing, because it's like, while I do like secondary characters, Mr. Terrific is great, and Green Lantern's great, and like Lobo in live action was really cool. But it's also
Sure.
like, hey man, like, where's Batman? Like,
Right.
you
It'd
know
be
what
like
I mean?
if the second Marvel movie was War Machine. Like, sure, he should get a movie
Right.
eventually. It's weird that he still hasn't, but like the
Well,
second movie, that's crazy.
that's its own thing. It's because he was a scroll the whole time.
Who would have guessed?
And we're never going to talk about that, I guess.
Nope.
But whatever.
Nope.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where it's like, yeah, that felt a little out of place, but who knows?
Yeah. On the bright side for you, Insidious and Paw Patrol haven't come out yet, so
Yeah, that could do something.
could do
I
something.
mean,
You know, Paw Patrol has
yeah,
a indeterminate amount of budget, and Insidious also has an indeterminate amount of budget. So like maybe they're lower
yeah.
budget movies and make decent money.
I mean, I think Paw Patrol is going to be pretty solid, just because, again, I think it's one of those movies that's like, this is one of those sit your kid in front of movies, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's going to account for a decent amount, because, kids' tickets are basically the
Yeah.
same price as adult tickets these days. And
Right.
as far as Insidious, I feel like name brand horror movies are just going to do okay.
Yeah. It's also
And this,
supposed to maybe be the last one. Maybe.
I mean, depending on
So
how well it does, who knows?
yeah. Which I thought the last one was the last one, but now this one is maybe
The
also
real
going to be
last
the
one.
last. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But hey, you never know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
There's also,
didn't look good for those. Yeah.
I will say, there's also Jackass that kind of just broke even,
Oh
which
yeah, I
is
forgot about
fine.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Solid.
yeah, that was one of those, again, low budget. I was like, you know what? This could pop off. It's worth it. It didn't pop off, but I mean, hey,
Some
it
money.
made slight profit. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll take that. As long as you ain't sandbagging me.
Yeah. I don't really understand exactly how you ended up with Fall 2 because this was a movie you had and then it got bumped. Sorry, you actually picked it the first time. And
Right.
then it got bumped to the summer and then it got bumped again, I think.
Yeah. So
But it's
I
coming out September
so
2nd, but it's
so
still
do I
here.
yeah, because it's on the fall list. So I'm like, do I have to pick it again or do I just force to take it? I don't really know
We
what the protocol is. Also, if it got bumped to the fall, why isn't like I don't know.
I
I
don't
have so many
know.
questions. I don't know. It's not gonna matter, but
Yeah. I'm just gonna feel bad if like Fall 2 just it's not gonna have a huge budget, but if it just absolutely tanks and like basically you like it was your alternate pick anyway, and if Scary Movie
right. Well, I mean,
or no, sorry, it Amazing Digital Circus was your alternate. It replaced Fall 2. We kept Fall 2 here anyway.
yeah.
Just
So that's
because
kind of. I guess ball two just automatically is on my ball list. I guess I don't know,
it's
but
fall.
I,
Anyway,
ugh, oof.
there's still hope that Avengers Doomsday will, make a lot of money. However, they are
It's not gonna
projecting it
make
has a
enough.
400 million production budget.
Yeah, so it has to make 1 billion to break even, which it may or may not even do, depending. Because if it's
Probably
dumb,
will,
which is a
but
good chance, I mean, I don't know, man. Like the longer that I think about it with this movie, I'm starting to think it might not. Because I feel like this is one of those movies where that's gonna have cool moments, but nothing's gonna make any sense, and
almost
people are just
certainly.
right. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like I feel like people are not gonna care at a certain point, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
this movie might make like this feel like it's one of the movies that's gonna have such a big opening weekend
Mm-hmm.
and then tank out at like 700-800 million.
I personally feel like worst case scenario, it's a Avatar Fire and Ash situation where it does
Mm,
really well opening weekends because it's another
right.
Avatar, and then ends up doing bad for an Avatar movie, and that means $1.3 billion.
I'd be fine with that. I mean, I guess because
Yeah,
it's like I don't know because it's like I don't. The longer it goes on, I'm like this is not gonna because it's mind you, it's like almost 3 hours long.
that is also true. Yes.
So I'm like a lot's gonna be happening, but I feel like that also really limits rewatch value,
Yeah.
especially if it's not super because like, I feel like Endgame works because like it has this like culmination factor. It's the big moment at the end, all this stuff that makes it work. But it's like I feel like if this movie's kind of just fine as a watch, people aren't gonna really want to go back for 165-minute runtime.
I think that's about as long as Infinity War.
Yeah, but Infinity War was awesome.
It was, and this could also be awesome. Who
It
knows?
could, but like, see, the thing about Infinity War is I didn't think maybe it would be awesome. I was
Right.
like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome before the trailer dropped.
Like the
This
first
movie,
trailer
I
was dope, and then the second trailer was even better. This first trailer
yeah,
was like, we think it might be good, but also
that's what
it's
like,
a
but
little,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like this first trailer, I'm like, I think I'm excited, but it's also like, what are we doing? What
right,
are we doing? What's going on? I understand less now that I've seen the trailer. Like I don't.
right.
Like, are we doing X Men? But kind of. Are we doing all the old X Men, the new X Men? What? Channing Tatum's in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steve Rogers is just Steve Rogers. Is he gonna be Captain America? What does Sam think about that? Are we just
Uh
like? Is he the Watcher? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. Like,
huh.
I don't understand anything. Also, what is Doom? Like,
What are we? Yeah.
and again, ever since the whole RDJ thing, I'm like, this is they ran out of ideas because they're that like I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying this makes no sense. Like
I
if
agree.
you had a pitch to like anybody, all right. So what happens is after years after Iron Man dies, we're gonna have the guy who plays Iron Man play Doctor Doom. Why? That's just it.
Because he's
Because and
profitable.
they're like, Like, no, man, like that doesn't make like it's one of those things that's like it's so bad, even casual people are like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And it's bad because you can't even say anything. You can't be like, oh yeah, it does, because like it doesn't.
Like
And you're just kind of stuck with it.
it's gonna be bizarre if we go through the entire Doomsday and Secret Wars arc and he never takes off the mask, so him being RDJ doesn't actually matter.
Well, that's kind of my thing too. I'm like, you picked a character who notoriously like just like it's weird because like you could have picked so many other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you picked probably like this is I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like so we'll see how this goes, but I'm also
I still think
like,
it's a smart pick. Like I still think it on paper is like the right pick for your
yeah.
like
I mean, there's nothing
blockbuster
else.
movie.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really. I mean, Spider-Man's the only other movie that like we knew
Right.
going in was gonna have any type of
Yeah.
hype to that level.
Yeah. Which speaking of, let's go over to my list here. Um, I have a lot of Anne Hathaway on this list. I didn't like realize that until
Mind you, Anne Hathaway's been in like everything. Well, not everything. A lot of good things this year.
Because when we did our initial draft, I wanted Devil Wears Prada 2, but that was like May 1st. I thought it was in April, but it ended up being May 1st. So I picked Mother Mary instead. That was a mistake.
I mean, wow.
Yeah.
2.9 million.
Wow.
Wow.
$-47 million.
That's like, I don't think, I mean, that. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to do some math really quick. We're going to assume the average movie ticket is what? $12?
Yeah. Like for
Okay. That means that, oh man. That means about, oh wow, it's actually not that bad. Okay, so if the average movie takes about $12, that means in the entire world, 248,000 people watch this movie out of 7 billion, which sounds like a lot, and
we're kind of
really
lowballing the average here. So, granted, I never saw a single commercial for this movie. I didn't even know it was. I was just like, it's a different Anne Hathaway movie, so I picked it.
I the first I'm hearing of this movie is right now. No, I'm just playing. But it's like the Patrick, this is a hospital? Like no, but yeah, this movie, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. This feels like one of those movies that like Anne Hathaway just wanted to say, I'm doing a lot of movies this year, because I'm like, dang, this movie didn't do anything.
No. I was fine.
I mean, yeah, but that could be. I mean, well, I mean, yeah, probably was, but I'm also like, well,
yeah. Well, luckily, Devil Wears Prada actually did do a lot.
Yeah, I thought the movie was gonna do well. I didn't think it was gonna do this well.
No.
Granted, it was a much lower budget than I expected, and I think that helped a ton.
Yeah, like I was afraid when I was initially thinking about it. I was like, I think it's going to make a lot of money, but I think at the time the budget wasn't established, and I was thinking like Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, like these are all much bigger names now than they were back in like 2006, whenever the movie
That's
came
what I'm
out.
saying.
I was thinking that their budget, their salaries would make the budget skyrocket, but not really. So
that's what I'm saying. 100 million, which, like, granted, it's not like a movie with any CGI or anything, I assume, but I'm like, still, like, dang, only 100 billion, and that works out great because then you had all the profit. Because, like, yeah, like you could have said how much money is going. I would have said probably like 5, maybe 600, so a little higher than I expected. But I'm like, well, yeah, the budget's that low. It's like, dang, and I think that's the hardest part about this is the budgets are such like, you don't really know.
Yeah.
But I mean, but no, that was a great pick, obviously.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat is a movie that I had a feeling wasn't gonna like make a ton of money, but like I was hoping to make some, but also it's I liked it a lot. I thought it was very fun, much better than the first one, which isn't saying much, but still I thought it was a fun movie. 129 it didn't like, take me too bad, -70, like, it is what it is. Then we get to two movies that just came out of nowhere. Like no one
Nowhere.
expected these to do nearly as well.
Oh my God, it's 400 million. And you know what's
Obsession.
crazy? I had this movie on my draft board, and I was like, oh yeah, like as far as like one of the late flyers, and I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
between this and that, and I was like, okay, and then I remember you picked it. I was like, oh wow, you picked that kind of early. I was like, oh well, okay, whatever. It's probably not gonna do that much, bro. This movie was all profit.
Yep. I even like adjusted the budget up just because
I know.
of the fair. 437 million profit.
He got sympathy
Crazy.
points and still crushed. Mind you, the hype at 19 is disrespectful. This movie was huge.
It didn't have a lot of marketing, and then it just a lot of good
No.
word of mouth, and it this movie, um, it's I think if I'm doing the math correctly, its third weekend was better than the Mandalorian's second weekend.
Jesus. Yeah, that kind of says all it needs to say.
Yeah, yeah. And then a couple weeks after, we have Backrooms, which is another kind of indie horror movie that did crazy numbers on a
That's what
$2
I'm
budget,
saying. Again,
made
this movie that was just
393 million. Wow.
that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
This movie again that I never heard of and kind of still didn't really see any like hype or like trailers for. And
Yeah.
then boom, huge
Mm-hmm.
with no budget. It's like filled on a Samsung Galaxy, like basically. And I'm like, what?
So yeah, those are good. You absolutely picked the correct movie for my bomb pick.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that
Masters of the
that I saw a
Universe,
mile away.
$200 million budget, only made 113.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, again, this movie from the jump, you just knew was gonna be booty. Because first of all, He-Man as an IP in general at this point is not even super popular.
No.
Mind you, this movie's not even called He-Man. It's called Masters of the Universe. So it's not even going to get the like He-Man notoriety. So people aren't even going to really know what this is unless they
Yeah.
really look at the poster, which they're not. The
I've
second
said this before, it's a Peanuts situation where like the brand is called Masters of the Universe.
right.
But like I think there actually was a Masters of the Universe cartoon, and then like kind of He-Man and She-Ra kind of spun off from that individual cartoons. The He-Man became a lot more popular. So
Right.
people mostly know the universe as the He-Man universe, but really it's Masters of the Universe. But also, if you want your movie to do well, you should name it a thing people know, like Man of Steel.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like movie would have done at
saying.
least, not double, but done a lot better if it was called Superman the Man of Steel.
Yeah, it probably would have done a lot better. Because I'm like, I didn't see this movie, but I mean, people who actually saw this movie said it was pretty good.
Yes, I've heard it has a kind of like Dungeons and Dragons factor to it. Like
Right.
the trailers, garbage. The marketing, just all out, just was some of the worst marketing campaign you've ever seen. Some of the actors in it are kind of questionable, but overall, it's actually a very fun movie.
Yeah, that's basically what I heard too. And it's one of those things where it's like you have to already be in the theater to be really like, oh, it's not terrible. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, too bad because you're not going. And also, I mean, and again, this is kind of just my thing, but like, even though he's not the main character, starring Jared Leto, I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
based on the track record of recent Jared Leto movies, I'm like, yeah, this is probably gonna tank. So,
Yeah. Problem.
and although I heard he did pretty good, but
Yeah, it was my brother saw it. I haven't seen it yet. He was like, my brother said that Jared Leto did he did a good job for like the direction he was given, but it's not like a thing where, oh, I feel like any actor could do that, but like, he did a good job with that, but like not like only Jared Leto could do this kind of thing.
right, right.
Yeah.
It's no Morbius,
Yeah.
it's a serious thing. But yeah, so that I felt really good about going in. So I'm glad
Mhm.
that worked out, kind of.
Yeah. The next two on my list are kind of surprising. Disclosure Day, I had higher hopes for it. Like, it's the next big Steven Spielberg movie. Yeah, and Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor are both pretty big names right now, so I thought it would do better. And like 115 million budget only did 241, so
Hmm.
actually negative profit for me. I don't know. I thought it would do more, but
Yeah, I think it was one of those movies. I feel like if Obsession and Backrooms didn't hit as hard as they did, I feel like this movie probably would have
mm,
done better. I feel like it's
definitely.
one of those things where it was like this is like big movies version of these movies. I'm not saying it's like I don't think it's a psych filler in the same way or
Yeah.
anything, but it's kind of gives the same vibe. And because of how successful and how much it was like, oh, this like more indie projects have been doing. It's like,
Mm,
oh, we don't need Spielberg, we don't need Emily Blunt, we can just have good movies with good writing.
yeah. Or even it could have been a situation where, let's say, Obsession and Disclosure Days release schedules switched. Like this came out early May. Maybe it would have done better or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
really sure exactly, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, looking back, I don't know if the movie actually itself was that good or not. It seems
I
like a
heard very
good
mixed
premise,
things about
but
it.
yeah, that's kind of my thing too. I've heard some people liked it. I knew somebody I knew hated it. Said it was
Really.
like super, yeah, like hated it. I was like, okay, like,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But again, not a huge loss or anything. But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
probably expected more. But
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah. And
you
see,
made up for it.
Minions, I thought for sure this would be like not necessarily a sure thing for a billion, but I thought for sure it'd be like 7, 8, even 900. Every single Minions and or Despicable Me movie has made at least $900 million, and this one made half of that.
Yeah, which is kind of a shock. Like there's such a significant drop off, and it's interesting because like the Minions as a whole are extremely popular. Like they're
Yeah.
very like recognizable of it. But I feel like there may be a couple factors involved with this. I think number one, I think it's like, there's a lot coming out this summer. And I
Oh yeah.
think, it was just kind of like, we can't go see everything. And I feel like this
Mm-hmm.
is definitely one of those movies that kind of fell into the cracks because of everything else. And
Mm-hmm.
like, it came out around the same time that like Toy Story and stuff came out. And it's like, well, what do the kids want to see? And not that Toy Story isn't also making like 10 movies at a time, but I think that has a lot to do with it. And I think the other thing too is like I feel like the Minions doing their own movie isn't a long term thing. I think that worked like once or twice, but I feel
Yeah.
like they can't just keep doing that. Like I feel like you need a Despicable Me like four or something. Or
They already did
did
that.
they
I
before?
think four already happened.
Okay, maybe
Could
they
be. I
did.
could
I
be
don't know.
wrong. I know three did.
I
I think four,
I don't know.
but
I
whatever.
haven't seen it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm assuming like you probably need like although kids love that junk, I'm like, if the whole movie is like, you know what I mean? If the
Yeah.
only dialogue is just words and farts and phrases, it's
Yeah.
like, I don't know how long that's gonna get you after multiple movies.
Right. Although luckily for both of us, Illumination movies are significantly cheaper than other animated stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
how they do it, but this movie only cost 85 million, so I'll take 263 million profit. I was just expecting a lot more, but
Yeah. And
um,
I mean, it looks really good either way, which
yeah,
is crazy.
yeah. Now
The heavy hitters.
the heavy, like we knew the Odyssey would be a big deal. I
Yeah.
didn't like I wasn't confident about it being $1 billion hit. I was expecting it to at least break even. I thought like,
Yeah.
700, 800.
I thought like 800 because like I thought 800 because like it was gonna, it's a big deal. It's this well-known story. Christopher Nolan's doing it, and everyone's in it. But also, I thought it was gonna be worse as a movie,
That's fair. Yeah. Trailers
just
didn't
in
look
general.
amazing.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, well, I feel like the trailers didn't really show anything interesting, which is weird
Hmm.
because like there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But
Also, the tagline "Defy the Gods" is really weird in hindsight because like the entire time they're trying to like
make it
actively
more.
respect the guys. It's just a little
I
weird.
mean, that's just a tagline to get people to watch it. I mean, it's, they don't actually, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, it was gonna make money because it looks cool and they got all these actors and like, it's Christopher. Whenever Christopher Nolan really, puts a lot into, this is the first Nolan movie in a while, I want to say, that I remember.
Since Oppenheimer in 2023.
Right. So it's like, when Nolan gets cooking, he gets cooking. So
Yeah. So yeah, currently
yeah,
1.137 billion, and it's still not done yet either. So
no, I mean, we're in what, week 4?
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, doing really well, better than I expected. Also, movie, good lord, that was a long movie. But
yeah, almost 3 hours.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and that was like, there was not a lot of downtime.
Mm-mm.
So
It didn't really
but,
feel that long though. So
I mean, I don't know. There was
I felt longer.
I know we kind of talked about this when we were reading, but I'm like, for me, the part when Odysseus arrives till the end of the movie kind of drags.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
yeah. That's true. Like the last kind of like third or
yeah,
so.
like that last fourth or whatever. Like, yeah, when he's just kind of like pretending to be someone else. And
Yeah, then that fight scene's a little awkward.
yeah, I mean it's fine, but I mean it's no Cyclops, but I mean,
Yeah.
what do I know?
Yeah, still very, very good movie that I think overall deserves to be the second highest grossing
Yeah,
movie of the year behind Spider-Man.
yeah, which as expected was insane. Granted, how fast it became insane was terrifying because it made $1 billion in like
In my
3
wildest
days.
dreams, I never would have expected to pick a movie that has over $1 billion in profit.
Yeah, that was that was wild. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's one of those things where it's like you think about it and you're like, I guess it could, and it's like, yeah, it did, and it did it like in what, 10 days?
It
Not even.
yeah, it broke a billion in like 5 days.
I think it broke. Yeah, I think it broke $1 billion by Monday, right?
Yes, yeah, because it did
Yeah, like it was.
227-ish weekend, like
Yeah,
Wednesday to
like it was
Saturday, or Wednesday to Sunday, and
crazy.
then
It was crazy. Granted, well deserved. That movie's
yeah,
fire,
very good,
but
very good.
dang!
I just like it wasn't like No Way Home where it's all three Spider-Man and a bunch of nostalgia bait. Like it didn't like that movie's also good, but I didn't think this would potentially surpass it this quickly.
Yeah, no, it's why it's one of those things that's crazy because like, yeah, everyone knows a summer Spider-Man movie is gonna slap.
Yeah,
But man, that movie was way better than people expected. Like, people already love Spider-Man, but it's like people who don't even like people who don't like superhero movies go see this movie. Like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? It's like Spider-Man's already someone that, like, I have friends who don't even like watch Marvel movies that are like, let's go see Spider-Man. You know what I
right.
mean? So it's like, man, like it's one of those movies too, especially like looking back where it's like, yeah, like this was definitely the better pick between Avengers because one, the budget's smaller, which helps a lot, and
That's
two,
very true.
Jesus, yeah, the budget's almost half, and it's gonna make more money to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much yeah. But you know what's really crazy?
But
Even if I had picked Spider-Man, I'd still be losing by a lot. Actually, well, yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you'd be at around 2 billion. I'd be at like 1.5, so I'd still be losing by a decent amount.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And you'd still have, another movie. You'd probably have Avengers. So
That's true. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
but
I guess I should also mention Super Troopers. That movie just came out like 2 days ago. So,
okay, well,
yeah. I mean, it's a niche movie, so it's whatever.
yeah. I mean,
We'll see if it
again,
makes
I don't think it's gonna be the reason you somehow lose. Like,
No, doubt it.
I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Now, time to set up this next draft. Date today. We'll start now. Based on standings, you'll go first.
Oh, thanks. I need it.
No time limit. We don't need that. You want pick suggestions? Does that matter?
I mean, sure. I mean, whatever. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we can.
we'll try it
I
this
mean, it's
time.
what. I mean, yeah, why not? We can try it, but I have a feeling kind of know where we're going for the most part.
Okay, so same thing. We'll pick 8 movies and also one alternate. So,
Okay, cool.
although honestly, in my like pre-gaming, I think I only have 10 movies I'm like kind of looking at. So I might have
Yeah,
to start making some weird choices
that's kind
here.
of my thing. I'm like, I feel like there's not a lot out there, and I feel like once I run out of things, like between the two of us, we run out of things. I'm like, all right, well,
Mm.
we're just kind of go. I feel
Throw
like
darts at the wall. See what sticks.
yeah, because summer was loaded with stuff,
Oh
and
yeah.
then but I feel like winter and fall are kind of like, well,
Mm.
there's 2 or 3 heavy hitters and a few in between, and then that's about it.
All right, here we go.
It's let
Uh,
me. I need to.
okay.
Okay,
Sure.
location. Okay, here we go. Go now
Yep.
to the drafts. Create new league. No. Okay. Wait. Okay, here we go. We're in. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick Dune because of
Yep.
course.
Yep. That's the correct
And
choice.
yeah, I mean it's the only choice, let's be real. But yeah, I
If you
mean
picked anything else, I would reach across the screen and slap you. Like,
well yeah, no, yeah, it's like yeah, this is the only other movie that really has a chance to make $1 billion this
yeah,
year, maybe. And yeah, we'll see how that works out.
right.
I
Like
feel like
unless
by the
something,
time this oh god.
so unless something else just crazy happens, no other movie's
Which
making 1 billion.
this year, man, who
Who
knows, man?
knows?
This year we got $1 million movies making $500 million, so anything's
Right.
possible. Alrighty.
Okay. So now I get two. I I'm gonna actually start by two that are like kind of risks, but I think could potentially be pretty big hits. This
Okay.
first one is big.
Oh yeah, I heard about this. Yeah.
It's basically like I've kind of heard it described as like this is the first time in decades that Tom Cruise is allowed to be weird because he hasn't been a weird guy in a movie since like Tropic Thunder. Like, because before he would kind of ping pong between hardcore action movie, Mission Impossible, whatever,
Mhm.
or yeah, between that and like some just weird little guy movie. I don't know, like that's just kind of what he did. But then once the Mission Impossible movies really kicked off and like he started being more of a franchise dude, like that's just kind of been his thing. But here he is. Every trailer I've seen, I'm just really confused about what exactly the movie is, but also 312 million I think is doable to break even at least.
Hey.
Yeah. So yeah, let's send that. And then my second one, yeah, I'll take Street Fighter.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I took Mortal Kombat, might as well also take Street Fighter. I
I
think it
mean,
might do about as
you
well.
gotta
Who
complete
knows?
the set.
Right? Um, if only I had, if you hadn't taken Mario from me, I could have taken all the big video game movies, but whatever else, it's fine. You needed it clearly. Uh, yeah, it looks. Honestly, I don't know. I have literally zero idea of how well this movie's going to be. Either it'll just fall flat in its face and no one will ever try to make another one of these ever again, or it'll be a big success. I literally have no idea.
That's literally all we have to go on. Yeah. There's no way of knowing. We don't know if the hype's gonna build up. It's too
Mm.
early for trailers, really. Like,
Like, there's one trailer that makes the movie look very colorful. So,
oh,
that,
fighting games are colorful. That's
yeah.
cool.
It's
Okay.
also one of those movies where, like, half the cast look perfect. Like, the guy that got Zangief, like a 7 foot tall bear of a man. Yes, absolutely. Chun Li looks pretty good. Even
Life-size
Ryu.
Zangief is terrifying.
And then like Noah Centino as Ken is a interesting choice. The guy that got to play uh I can't think of his name. I can't even think of his name. The main villain guy of um
Street Fighter?
yeah,
M. Bison?
M. Bison. Yeah, I don't know why I blanked on his name. Yeah, the guy who
Oh.
got to play him is again interesting choice, but like I don't know if it'll pay off though. We'll see.
I mean, you never know. Who knows? He could look cool.
Yeah. Okay. Now you get two.
Okay. All right. My two. So first, going to pick something that was, one of those things that I feel like should be opening during the summer, but we're some reason in December. But either way, I'm gonna pick Jumanji
Yeah.
because yeah, it makes a lot. I mean, it's one of those movies that I thought I picked it twice. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, seeing the trailer, I look at this movie, I'm like, this looks stupid because it's like the real characters. Like I don't know. It looks weird, but it's Kevin Hart, Jack Black, Dwayne Johnson. Like, there are gonna be funny moments. People are gonna want to see it. It's gonna be fine. Like it's coming out like Christmas, which is very dumb because Dune and Avengers is coming out that same time, which is dumb, but also
exactly. If it came out before,
they just all do well.
Maybe they'll all do well. But if one of these three movies gets buried, it's definitely Jumanji.
Yeah, no, absolutely, as it should, to be honest. But who knows? Maybe it'll go good.
Yeah.
And then for my next pick, this is a movie that when I saw this was coming out, I was so excited because I'm 100% going to go see this movie because me and my brother love To Catch a Predator. So we're going to go see
Prime Time. Yep. That was on my list too.
First of all, Robert Pattinson has been crushing it this year.
Oh, yeah. He's also going to be in Dune. So.
I know! But that's what I'm saying. I mean, bro, when the trailer came in, he was like, you see how this looks. Like, I was like, yo, he's got it, bro.
Yep.
He has the mannerisms down. He's got the hand movement, bro. As someone who's watched a lot of those episodes, like me and my brother just love watching that show sometimes, like, bro, I was like, I'm going to get a suit and go to the theater. Yeah, no. I'm really excited about this movie. I think it's going to do very well. I think it's one of those movies that, aside from, there's not a lot of effects or anything. It's going to be pretty much just Robert Pattinson's budget and then, like, the rest of the movie. But, like, so I feel like this is a chance to get, it's a very popular series. It's a thing, and I think there's a good chance it kind of, this is either going to be, it does well or is on, HBO Max in 2 weeks, one or the other.
Absolutely. Yep.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. All right. My turn. I think my next pick. There we go. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and take Angry Birds.
Yeah.
Which is also competition for Jumanji.
Yeah.
Like, why would you? This is a movie you delay until like March or something. Like you doesn't have to come out this year.
No, and it's weird because like I understand some people go to the movies on Christmas, but like I assume most people don't.
Yeah.
And also, when Christmas has two of the biggest movies of the year right next to you, it's kind of like, you sure about this? Like, you couldn't pick any other time? Mind you, it's probably, there's like a huge gap in like November you could use, but
they'd be too busy playing GTA. It's fine.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I didn't think about that. You think they really considered that?
I'm sure there's at least a couple of movies out there that like genuinely are afraid of GTA somehow.
Because I'm like, well, okay. On the one hand, I'm like, what's the Angry Birds movie? And I'm like, nah, kids play GTA.
Yeah.
Everyone plays GTA. Just ever.
Okay. And for my next pick, I choose. I'll do like an actual kind of Christmas movie. Violent Night 2.
Oh, yeah. I remember that first one. Yeah.
I really like the first one. It is. It's unapologetically a Die Hard ripoff to the point where they
Yeah.
literally reference Die Hard like 2 different times. And like it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Like it's a very, very different take on Santa, and I just really like it. I don't think this movie's gonna do well in the slightest, but the movie's budget is gonna be so relatively low that it doesn't like have to do amazing. But this is more of a heart pick more than anything. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there we go.
Okay. All right, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 2 picks. First, I'm gonna go ahead and oh man, actually no, I'm not because that's a bad idea. Um, I'm gonna take Godzilla minus zero
Okay.
because
Yep.
Godzilla. So
And at least do very well in Japan, like the last one.
that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
feel like it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, no one's seeing this movie. Maybe not in America, but overseas, it's kick making bang. So, it's one of those things that you kind of just let happen. Well, there's some hilarious movies we gotta talk about later because I'm like, what is this and why is it 200 billion? But
If neither of us pick it, just put a pin in those and we can
I
go
mean,
back
yeah,
over
no,
them later.
I ain't touching it. I'll tell you that right now. But and then kind of keeping with your theme, well, nah, actually, I won't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this movie now because I think the premise is hilarious and I could see it taking off just because of that.
Mhm.
Probably don't know anything about this movie. This movie is called Wicker. Do you know what this movie is about?
Barely.
Have
I've,
you seen the trailer? Because you'll remember if you've seen it.
I've seen people talk about the trailer. I haven't actually.
No, you
No.
see, I haven't seen the trailer.
Okay.
After this, we're gonna watch the trailer together, and I want to see your face when we watch the trailer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Okay. Does it have a budget yet? No. Okay.
No. I feel like almost none of these have a budget,
Yeah.
which is like, but
Okay. I am going to take a risk here that I'm glad I didn't take this with Supergirl, but I think Clayface has a chance considering his
Okay.
budget is only 40 million.
Yeah.
If it does lose money, it won't lose nearly as much as Supergirl did.
True.
So, and I think it releasing around Halloween would also hopefully let it do really well. Like I think it at least could do. If it does as well as Supergirl, that's making a profit. So
Yeah.
we'll see. And my next one between two.
Decisions.
One of them is a franchise movie that had something come out a few years ago that didn't do super well, but it had a lot of competition at the time.
Yeah.
And the other is like kind of more of a reboot thing that I really don't know. Yeah, I'll go
You
and
don't
take
know where it's gonna
Hunger
go.
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
about
it's
it.
185 million budget.
Yeah. That's exactly why I hesitated. You don't.
I can take it. I can take it.
You can
I
risk
can eat
it.
it.
It's not like it's gonna matter, but oh man. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like I know it's a name brand, but also 185 million for a Hunger Games movie in 2026 is wild.
460 is doable, I think.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean, yeah, right. It's just like I think.
Like it, releasing a movie around Thanksgiving is also like one of the best times to release a movie, so it might do.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
when Moana 2, Wicked's, Zootopia. Like there's some movies that
Yeah.
have done really
That's a
well at
good
that time
point.
slot.
Yeah, I guess so. It might be worth it.
Yeah. Okay, you
Yeah.
get two, then I get two,
Okay.
then you get one more.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to take this Dr. Seuss movie
Yeah.
because or that no, Cat in the Hat movie.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's like it looks fun enough that it could take off. I don't know how much the budget's gonna be. I'm a little worried about it, to be honest, but I'm also like, I think it has enough that it could be something as far as like, it could be interesting and like, oh,
I
this could
can't
like
imagine the budget is more than $100 million. It just looks like that.
right.
Not cheaper, but it looks like if Minions is 85, it can't be much more than that, right?
Well, right. It looks very like I don't want to say it looks bad, but it looks very like I don't know, casual. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like it doesn't look like it's like wow, I can see the whiskers on bro. It's like it's very like whatever. But yeah. Okay, and then for my next pick, I'm going to kind of take your. Well, I thought about taking this other movie, but I was like, you know what? I have a feeling this movie is going to be very expensive. So I decided I'm going to go with uh, Christmas Carol.
The Ebenezer movie?
Yeah, the Ebenezer movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
Yeah. It's weird to me because it's coming out in November, like early November, which I'm like.
I mean, there's sometimes horror movies come out in September, but they're still in theaters by October, so like it's
but I'm
that happens sometimes with Christmas stuff.
Okay, I don't know because this feels like one of those movies that's gonna tank initially, and because it was at the wrong time, everyone's thinking it's bad, but really they're just not ready for Christmas. But it's also Johnny Depp, and I'm like, well, I like Johnny Depp.
It could be his comeback. Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So, and I feel like he could crush it, but we'll see.
Huh. Interesting.
Like S-Ball 2 was automatically picked for me.
Yeah,
so
we can fix that. We're gonna fix that.
I mean, that honestly, it's fine. I don't really.
No, we'll.
He was like, no.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I'll pick a different one.
You can keep it as your alternate. Let's keep that spirit alive since it's already been that several times. Okay, so but I have two more. Okay. Okay, it's actually perfect. So let's go The Social Reckoning.
Ooh, yeah, this one has potential.
I don't know. This could be a movie that has like a 200 million budget for some reason or a 50 million budget. There's really no in between.
Yeah, that's again one of those like knowing the budget would drastically change my opinion on this movie. But it's assuming that it's like 50 million, like I say go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and draft that. And then let's just see if there's anything big that I missed.
There's like a fun one or two on there I saw that I was like, oh, maybe. But
yeah.
Shaun the Sheep.
I was considering Shaun the Sheep. I'm considering Resident Evil, but I just don't know. Again, that's one of those that like horror movies coming out in September. I just don't know if that's like the time for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take Father-in-Law.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben Stiller's hilarious. De Niro goes crazy. People will probably see it because Ariana Grande's in it.
Exactly. The trailers actually look like actually kind of funny. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'll take it.
Is it a Christmas movie or is it just like a? Because like that, I think that's one part I didn't realize. Because I'm like, I don't know if it like.
Didn't.
It's
I think it's set around Christmassy. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So maybe that could lead into it because it's like late November. So like maybe that could pick up. But I don't know. Okay. It's like again, I feel like it's one of the movies that would weirdly have a higher budget than it should because of like. Because I feel like De Niro at this point would cost a lot to get.
I'm gonna guess like 125 million, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of. I feel like that
shouldn't be that much, but I just have a feeling
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, that feels kind of steep for this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Okay.
your last pick, then our alternates.
Yeah. Huh? Oh, you're gonna change the alternate after.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, I went ahead
Okay.
and took fall off.
Okay, no, that makes sense. We'll take Shaun the Sheep. No, I'm not gonna do that. Uh, what was it? Mm, oh yes, yes,
hmm
yes. I forgot about this one, but yeah, no. Other mommy, bro.
I don't.
This trailer looked so scary. Was that?
I don't know. Does that trailer I found very funny.
Dude, I thought this like that trailer. I feel like is gonna like the way she was just under the table like that
Yeah.
was so wild. I was like, yo, people are gonna go to this movie just for that. Did it go through? It's still circling. I don't know if it's going through or not.
See if I can add it for you.
It's still
Okay. Okay, we're good.
okay. Cool.
Okay, cool. And now I highly doubt at this point any of these will actually be delayed, but just in case, we'll pick
They
alternates too.
might. I mean, maybe they actually come to their senses with Angry Birds and move
Maybe.
out of December.
I feel like
Do what they
Jumanji at one point released in January. Could be
I
wrong
think the
about that.
second one did.
Something, maybe?
Because I feel like the
That,
first one was in summer, and the second one I think was in maybe I don't remember. But yeah, Christmas Day is insane, especially when Dune comes out the week before.
oh, never mind. Jumanji, the next level was December, so that,
Okay.
okay.
Well, what do we know?
Oh, actually, they've always come out around that time because the first one was December
The
12th,
first one
20th.
was summer.
No.
Man, maybe I don't. Because it was that. Yeah, wait. Are you sure? Because I'm like, because that was the summer when like Rampage and like all those other Dwayne Johnson movies came out where he had the same outfit on and everybody
We
was making.
It was the same year. Probably like the trail, probably a trailer for this played before Rampage. That's probably
Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah. Because I'm like, there was like three Dwayne Johnson movies that year where he
yeah.
legit
That
had. It was like it was
skyscraper.
Skyscraper, yeah,
Yeah.
and San Andreas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like all these movies that came out, and I'm like, bro, you have the same like white shirt, dark cargo pants fit
hmm
in every single one of these movies. I'm like,
Yep.
this man really went from set to set to set. Like, that's insane. Like, I just remember being like, this dude really said, how many movies can I do today? Okay,
Okay.
so we still have to pick alternates, or
Yes.
do I just get fall or whatever?
I mean, if you want to pick fall, you can, but
I
you
mean,
can pick whatever.
I mean, at this point, I'm like, eh.
Okay. It's not gonna
I
probably not
don't
gonna
know.
matter.
Yeah, maybe it's not, but even if we do, you know what? Just for funsies and because I can, I'm gonna pick Tom and Jerry because why
Okay.
not?
Yeah.
I love Tom and Jerry, and it's still I don't know if my connection's bad. I don't know what's happening. Well, it's obviously not. I'm on video, but it's still circling for me. I don't know why it's. Maybe I need to refresh. Hopefully, it doesn't kick me out if I refresh.
Okay. I added it for you. I don't know what's
Okay,
happening.
thank you.
Okay. Okay. Now for me, I am going to where are you? There it is, Werewolf, which is also a
Ah.
Christmas movie, which is definitely a choice, but okay.
Yeah, right? Like
Nosferatu last year
October's
was around that
right
time, so
there.
that makes or year two.
Dude, I don't
Yeah,
know. Hey, it's got Ann Taylor Johnson on it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since it doesn't not gonna matter, like I feel good
Yeah, I
about
mean
that
they're
being an
all
alternate, but
yeah.
it's I Robert Eggers is one of those directors that makes really, really good movies that I will never watch because I'm a weeb.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was like my mindset with Insidious last pick. I'm like, this movie's probably gonna do well. I'll never know.
Yeah. All
Oh,
right,
like, oh,
let's lock him.
nice. Locked in. Waiting 9 years to make a sequel is hilarious.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Can we, before we go over picks, can we talk about the craziest one on here?
Yeah, let's go to calendar here.
Yeah, no, we
Okay,
gotta, because
what are you looking at?
okay, so what this so there's a couple movies so that I'm like really nervous because like there's this Brad Pitt movie, The Adventures of Clip Boo, which I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to believe in this because it's Tarantino, but I'm also like, oh wait a minute, this is a Netflix movie. I'm
Yes.
like, what?
So here's the thing about that movie. It's where was it? Okay, so it's not actually technically Tarantino. It's based on a character from a Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, who was
Right.
directed by David Fincher, who has a like 5-year exclusive contract with Netflix. But it's only being directed by David Fincher because I I love nearly every single Tarantino movie so much, but he really
Yeah.
grinds my gears to just how pretentious he is. He's like, I am only ever gonna make 10 movies. Ignore the fact that Kill Bill is 2 movies. It's actually 1 movie, even though it was definitely 2, but whatever. And because I can't make this movie as one of my 10 movies, I'm gonna have this other guy who is also a really good director. I'm gonna have him make it. But then that makes it a Netflix only movie. So why is it even on here?
Hey, well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, if a Netflix movie is on here, that's not like, is it still gonna? Like, how are you gonna make $500 million on Netflix?
I don't know. I guess a
That's
limited
what I'm saying.
theatrical
Like,
run, but there's no way it can make $500 million in a
that's what I'm saying.
limited
It's a
run.
limited IMAX release, so that's gonna be like, I mean, there's no way.
No way.
That's kind of why I was like, I saw it on here, and I was kind of like, wait, what?
Right?
Like I'm like, do you just pick this and lose? Like I'm so confused. I'm just like, because it's like negative, like it's like automatically negative points, kind of. And I was kind of just
Right.
like, wait, huh? What do you mean?
I don't.
Like,
I
but
don't know.
why does, but who? Why would you? But you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I understand they want to make all the movies on here, but that just felt so odd to me because I was
I
just kind of
agree.
like, why would you have this on here? Not to mention the hype is too, but
Ooh, because no one knows it's happening because it's a weird Netflix movie
right,
that.
because it's a Netflix movie. No one's gonna go to the theaters to see a Netflix movie. Because I mean, I look back on here from the previous. You know, K-pop Demon Hunters was on here.
Really, it
Yeah, and it
did
made
get
like
a.
negative someone hundred, negative whatever because
Mm,
it's a Netflix movie that went like triple platinum on Netflix. I know that's not how movies work, but
yeah.
bear with me. But like, you know what I mean? It's like it was huge on Netflix, and then it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna put it in theaters. Why?
You
What?
already saw it.
That's what I'm saying. Why would I go to theaters to see a movie? Like, I don't, and I understand, like, oh, they're re-releasing this movie, this classic movie or whatever. This movie just dropped on Netflix like a year ago. I'm not gonna go to the
Hmm.
theater now to see it.
Like I think the hook with that movie specifically was that there were like regular screenings, then also like sing along screenings. And I guess they
Oh,
were hoping that people who were obsessed with the soundtrack would go to the sing along screenings, but
oh my.
that's only going to be so many people. Like you can't count on that to make money.
I mean that. I don't know. Maybe it's drop your kid off and come back in 2 hours. Like I don't know.
Maybe.
Like
Yeah,
that sounds terrifying though. A sing
I
along
agree.
theater.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oof, no. I don't know.
Um,
Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I was just I
yeah.
remember seeing that and just being like, so this is a trap, right? Like I was so confused. It's like when you see someone who's like clearly trying to scam you, and you're like, what? Hey, why are you doing that? Like,
What do you
why would
gain
you
from
do that?
this?
Yeah, what are you doing? What do you gain by this? Why are you the way you
Yeah.
are? But yeah, I just thought that was worth bringing up
Yeah.
because I just thought that was really funny.
Were there any others that you were like thinking about or
Yeah,
kind of caught your eye?
yeah, there was a couple. So I was definitely thinking about Resident Evil just because, like, Resident
Yeah.
Evil, but
I'm
also
not
there
confident about it
was
making 200 million. Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of like, well, is it? Maybe, I don't know, but like, what I mean? It's one of those things where it was like you want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but you also know that like there's a good chance that you shouldn't. But
Yeah.
there's also this Sandra Bullock movie, Practical Magic, that I'm
Mhm.
like, what? But I had never really heard of the first one. So I looked into the first one and I was like, oh, it wasn't like, I don't know. It was one of those movies where it was kind of like, I could see this going well, but
Mhm.
I could also see this not going well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was
Let's see what the first one did.
like the first one definitely was kind of rough, but
Wait, is
it's
this?
from forever ago.
Yeah,
So it's like,
1998.
well, I don't
Uh,
really know what that means. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, is this one of those series that became a cult classic overnight?
yeah,
And
it
like,
has a
now
27
is
on
it?
Rotten Tomatoes.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, it's one of those things. I guess for me, it was one of those things where it's like, it's one of those movies that didn't make a lot of money, but like, okay, maybe since it's come out, 30 years ago, like maybe it's become like a big thing. Everyone likes it now.
Mhm.
No, I've never heard of it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I did some research and I'm like, it doesn't seem like it. At
No.
least not to the level that I'm hoping, and not to the level that, like, depending on the budget is to get Sandra Bullock as a feature, as their featured actress, and Nicole Kidman. I'm like, I don't know. If we're gonna get Miss AMC in the movie, we're probably gonna be
Right.
paying some money at this point because I feel like
Yeah.
this could be expensive and no one's ever heard of this movie. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't. Like, I had never heard of it. A lot of people I talked to had never heard of it, so I was kind of like, well, probably not for that. But I had it on my list just in case something came out
Right.
that I was like, oh, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we sign off for the day?
That's all I've got, and who knows? Anything's possible. Like
Anything is
next
possible.
year.
Every single one of my movies could absolutely tank, and all of yours could make a lot of profit. So,
Yeah, I feel like every movie would have to, like, basically no one sees any of your movies. First of all, Spider-Man just ceases to exist.
yeah.
And then, and then, and only then, if all your movies no one goes to, and people actually rob movie theaters and take money so they make negative amounts, I might have a chance.
Like,
But otherwise,
unless
probably
yeah,
not.
like unless the profit of both Spider-Man and the Odyssey get like seized by the federal government due to like some money laundering scheme or something.
Well, see,
It's
that's
like,
the thing. Well, see, that's kind of the thing. It's like, I'm not even chasing your movies. I'm chasing one of your movies. And then if I reach it, because by the time Spider-Man's done, it's going to be like 2 billion,
give me
which
this
I'm probably
too.
not going to get 2 billion total, by the
Yeah.
way. So I'm kind of like,
Like, yeah, it's very possible I could have 2 billion profit.
that's what I'm saying. Because the movie's only been out for 11 days.
Yeah. I
We're
mean,
not even fully. I mean, that movie's gonna be huge, and like, I'm like, okay, even if Avengers does well with a $400 million budget, that's not gonna really help unless it makes 2 billion on its own. Which, I mean, probably not unless it just absolutely slaps. But I don't know. We'll see. But
we'll
you know
see.
what? Hey, next year, look out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next year's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with that, we'll see you all next time.
Take care.